Hello guys, welcome to this online video training session of PTC Creo Parametric and Saurabh Kulkarni. So today we will see some of the major problems that students and some of the faculties and some of the engineers are facing, that is how to make the gear connections, how to assemble the gear connections and how to simulate it. So in the today's world, the simulation is very important thing to visualize how the mechanism is going on. So we will see these things. So in this training session we will see some of the major gear connections that are used widely. So first is a spur gear connection, then another one is helical gear connections, then worm and worm wheel, and another one is a rack and pinion. So we will see one by one in each one of the videos. So we will start with the spur gear connection. So for the spur gear connection we need two spur gears and one the base parts. So we will have make all these things. So just go to the PTC Creo. So open the so click on the new option to create the new assembly file. So my new assembly file name is just spur gear pair. Then click on OK. Then select the MMNS assembly design. Then click OK. Now just on the plane. So to assemble every component, you have to select the assemble icon. You have to click on the assemble icon. So first we will import the base part, and just go to the constraint drop down and select the default and just click OK. So in this way we have fixed this base part to the ground. Now the next step is to import the gear. So this is my gear, spur gear. So to assemble the gear, we need to assemble the gear or to make the connections between these base plate and gear. We have to go to the user defined drop down list and select the pin option. Pin option allows you to rotate any object about any axis. So we will select this axis and we will just go to the placement, right click, just select this surface and select this surface, then select the front face and click OK. In this way we have assembled the first gear. Now if you go to the track component option and click on the part, you can see that this gear is rotate about one axis. So this way we have applied 1 degrees of freedom for this gear. Now the next step is to assemble another gear. So again go to the assemble icon, import the spur gear, then again go to the user defined drop down and select the pin option, then select this surface, then select this surface, then select this face and this face and just click OK. In this way we have applied gear connections to another gear, so pin connection to another gear. But when we go to the drag component and rotate one gear, the other gear will not rotate because we haven't put the gear connections between two. So we have to first create these gear connections. So first of all we will engage the gear properly. So just go to the top view and off the plane, turn off the plane. So if you observe carefully, you will find that this gear is merging, this gear are merging in this gear. So we will just rotate this gear. Okay, this is not perfect but fine. Okay, now to create any connections, to create any simulation connections between the assembly, go to the application toolbar and select the mechanism module. So the mechanism module will open. There are a lot of options present here like gear connections, cam connections, 3D contact belt connections, then some of the prime movers like servo motors, force motors, then some of the springs, dampers. You can create any of the mechanism into this Creo, into this mechanism workbench. then you can simulate, you can visualize all those simulation in this mechanism analysis and playback options. So we will see one by one. So first we will see the gear. So just to make the gear connection between the two objects, you need to click on this gear connection icon. So the first select the name as we are learning the spur gear. So enter the name as spur gear pair. Then select the type as spur gear. Okay. So when you select this spur gear option, this box will open, and in this there is a first gear is in gear 1, and select the motion axis of first gear. So this is my first gear, so I will select the motion axis of this gear. Then if you know the diameter, if you know the pitch circle diameter of this gear, then you can enter here. So I know the pitch circle diameter, that is 131. Then select go to the gear 2 and select the motion axis of second gear. Then go to the properties. Go to the properties. Okay, so in this properties toolbar, this is a very important toolbar in this gear pair definition. So properties toolbar allows you to define the gear ratio, gear reduction ratio, then pressure angle, helix angle, all these parameters you can put it here. So you don't need to import it in your model. So in the gear ratio, the first is a pitch circle. When as you observe in the gear 1 and gear 2, there is one option that is pitch circle diameter. If you enter the pitch circle diameter here, I also as I have entered the pitch circle diameter of 131 in the gear 1 and 125 in another gear, the in the properties toolbar, if you select the pitch circle diameter, it will automatically take the values of gear 1 and gear 2 as you put it in this tool. So if you want your own values, then you can use the user defined option and you can enter these values. So I will select the user defined option. I want the gear ratio as 1, so I will put the values like 125 125, the same pitch circle diameter. So accordingly I will get the gear ratio as 1. Below the gear ratio you will find the pressure angle option. So in the pressure angle option, if you know the pressure angle, you can put, or by default software will take as 20 degree, so we will take as 20 degree. So if you are using the helical gear pair, so you have to put the helix angle, otherwise it will act as a spur gear. Okay, so as you can see that in the type toolbar there is no option for the helical gear. So helical gear is included in the spur gear. If you enter the value of helix angle, it will act as a helical gear. So this is the spur gear, so we will not put the value of helical gear. So just click on apply and click on OK. So in this way we have created the gear connection. We will just verify it whether the connection is properly generated or not. So go to the drag component icon, then select the first gear and just move your cursor. So yes, my gear connection is properly working. So just click on close, just click on regenerate. Okay, then the next step is to apply the servo motors, means the prime movers to the gear. As you all know that in the gear pair, one of them will be the driven and one of them will be the driver. So we have to specify which one is a driver and which one is a driven. So in my assembly, this gear should be driver and this gear should be driven. So for that, for the driver gear, I will apply some motors. So there are two motors you can apply. That is, first one is a servo motor and another one is a force motor. We will see the difference in the next video. So I will upload that video very soon. So first we will select this servo motor option. So when you select the servo motor option, first enter the name, or by default it will take as servo motor 1. So below of it we will find the type option. So we will see first option, that is motion axis. So we need to define the motion axis of driving gear. So this is called as motion axis. You can see this arrow. So we will apply the motors to this gear motion axis. So select this axis, go to the profile. Into the profile toolbar, you can put the values of position, acceleration and velocity. So we will see one by one. So first we will see the velocity option. So when you click on the velocity option and just go to the magnitude option. So under the magnitude you can specify the values according to your motor type. So if you are using this type of motor, so you need to accordingly you have to specify the types of pulses. So but for the simplicity I will take as constant motor. So enter the velocity as 20. Then you can see the graph also. So if I click on the graph, this graph will open. This graph is of velocity versus time. So we will then to apply it, just click on apply and click on OK. So in this way we have applied the servo motors to first driver gear. Now the next step is to visualize, to run this analysis. So to run this analysis, go to the mechanism analysis option. So in this, just enter the name as animation spur gear 1, then keep all the parameters as it is. We will see one by one these what are those options. So just go to the motors. So in this you will find the motor which you have defined earlier. So go to the preferences again and just click on run. So it will rotate my gears. So click on OK. Then if you want to change some of the parameters which you have defined earlier, then there is no need to go to the gears option. In the model tree you will find, under the mechanism tree you will find the connections. Then under the connection you will find the gears, and you will find which gear pair, which connection gear pair is applied. So we will just right click on it and edit definition, go to the edit definition, and you can enter, you can change the values here. Similarly you can change the values of motor. So just go to open the motor option, then servo option, then right click and edit definition. So you can change your velocity, acceleration accordingly. So I will not change any of it. So just click OK. And to view this animation file which we have created earlier, so we have created, so there is no need to again go to the mechanism analysis. Just below under the mechanism tree you will find the analysis, and the analysis which you have created, that is animation spur gear pair 1. So just right click on it and click on run and just click yes. So it will run our simulation. So in this way we have created the, in this way we have seen this how to assemble the gears, then how to make the connection between these two gears, and then how to apply the motors to the driver gear, and how to run the simulation. So we have covered all these things. Then the next step is to save this model. So just click on close. It will ask, that is whether you have to save this model or not. Just save this model. So under the command toolbar you will find that animation spur gear 1 has been saved. So just click on regenerate option, and if you want to see this animation which we have created, the simulation which we have created in the mechanism module, so there is no need to go to the application mechanism. Just go to the analysis and click on the motion analysis. So into the motion analysis you will find the animation which you have created. That is, first we have created the animation spur gear 1. So just click on that run. So it will run the analysis. So click close. So in this way we have seen how to make the gear pair option. So in the next video we will see how to create the helical gear connection. Then we will see worm and worm wheel and track and pinion. So if you find any problem, please feel free to contact us, Please subscribe this channel for the more videos, or if you find the problem, you can directly contact me on this email id, that is skdesigns54@gmail.com. You can like the Facebook page also. So thank you for watching this video.